Before we started our academy, we had no idea there were other crazy people out there like us that wanted to work with sewing machines. So I was fascinated on why. Obviously, the biggest reason is people want to maintain their own machines. A lot of people come to us to restore family heirlooms. So now we're starting to see a resurgence where people are taking the treadle machines that they inherited from their grandmother out of the basement and making sure they work, and then either using them or passing them on to another family member. Group number two is people that definitely know they are interested in side business or retirement income. It's a very gentle business if you're learning about business, if that makes sense. I never owned a business before this, before I started doing machine service. And it's a service-based business, so you don't have to have a whole lot of inventory and it doesn't take up a lot of space. So I think there's a draw to it. Our third category is people that do charity work. So we have people that save machines by fixing them and donating them. And I think I might have seen Casey in our group. And I don't know if Casey's on today, but Casey has saved over 30 machines that she's taken on and fixed them and given them back out to her community. That is absolutely something we support. We have people that support senior centers. You think about the sewing programs in a senior center, nobody's taking care of those machines. When they're broke, they go into a closet. People support makerspace programs and libraries. So many libraries are doing loan outs, but when something goes wrong, the machines just kind of sit there. Thrift shop employees that do test and fix machines to sell. And then people who work in refugee centers. So all of those things still need care, and there's usually not a budget. So we do have people that volunteer their services that way. We have people that participated in other programs that don't feel like they're getting ongoing support. So Ray Elkins is incredible. Ray White is incredible. The Trumbles are incredible. The problem is with all those programs, you have to pay your money to go for the program, which is thousands of dollars. Then you have to do your travel and your stay, which is not easy. And my biggest complaint is when you go, you have a very short window of time with this person to absorb everything. Then you leave and you go home. And if your brain is aged and tired as mine, my brain dumps everything. I did do some programs like that way early on, and I had the same issue. I loved the program, loved everything they did. They did what they were supposed to do. But with sewing machines, you can have this, 4 sewing machines with the same symptom and 4 totally different problems. And that's really hard to get feedback if you don't have that. So we do a lot of support for people who've been to other programs. And then we have sewing instructors that want to help students when they're teaching. Because if you have, 1 or 2 students that are having an issue with their machine, that can really just kind of gum up the works. So what's remarkable, though, is how many people come in just wanting to maintain their own machine. And this is one of those things that until you actually do it yourself, I don't know if you can get a feel for it. And maybe it takes a few tries. And then there's the satisfaction point where you might really, really take to it, or you'd be like, no, that's not my thing. So we see people come in and migrate over to these other 2 areas. And the best thing about our programs, it doesn't matter what your goal is. The program serves the same purpose for all of these things.